Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Well, all right. I was born in Golden, Colorado. My father was professor of chemistry at the Colorado School of Mines, and he was a great teacher. And from the time I was a small boy, I used to go to his laboratory and quote, help, unquote, him. I could color things and stuff, you know. And I think the first real lesson I ever had in chemistry was my folks built a house when I was 4 years old. And in those days, a hod carrier slaked the lime by quicklime, was in a mortar box, put water on it, and of course it gets hot and so forth. And my father put an egg in there, and after a few minutes he took the egg out, and it was hard boiled, and I ate it. And he explained the chemistry of it to me. And so you see, I remember one occasion, I'm sure I hadn't yet gone to school, when I was at his laboratory and I saw a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. I saw the formula HO, or H2O2 rather. And I asked him, why not just write it HO? And he explained to me why it wasn't HO, it was H2O2. So, and I couldn't have been more than 6 years old at that time. So the chemistry never held any terrors for me. So many young people, you know, they come to chemistry and they, oh, God, it's a terrible subject, I can't learn it, and so forth, and consequently they don't learn it. But to me it was just natural. And then I went to the University of Colorado, and I don't recall that I ever was asked, what do you want to major in? I took beginning chemistry and I did very well in it. And the next fall I came to school. Just automatically, I guess, I don't know, I was signed up in qualitative analysis and organic chemistry. And pretty quick I was a chemistry major. But I don't think I ever consciously set out and said, what shall I major in? What shall I do with my life? It just natural. And so I got my bachelor's degree and my master's degree at Colorado. And I went to the University of Michigan, and this was a strange thing. I belonged to the chemical fraternity Alpha Chi Sigma in Colorado, and they chose me to go to their national convention in Pittsburgh. Well, I'd never been east of Colorado, and I thought, well, if I'm going to go east, I might as well spend a little while and look around. So I got catalogs of several universities, and I discovered that the summer session at Michigan started just 2 days after this convention finished in Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, I'll go to Michigan. So I spent the summer in Michigan, and I liked it there, and the boys that I met were pleasant to me. So when I was ready to go a year later to do my doctorate degree work, I went back to Michigan. And I thought then I was going to be an organic chemist. I worked with Professor Gomberg, who of course was a world-famous chemist. And so when I came down here, I wasn't interested in free radicals, like we worked on in Michigan. I was interested in molecular rearrangements, isomerism. And I did some research on some molecular rearrangements. In fact, the first PhD student I had majored in organic chemistry on the molecular rearrangement problems. And then one day I was teaching in the freshman chemistry, and we had on the blackboard the formula for, well, the equation, hydrolysis of antimony chloride, SbOCl. And some kid in the class said he wanted to ask a question about that antimony hypochlorite. And I said, that's not a hypochlorite. Well, he says, OCl hypochlorite. Well, yeah, but that's not a hypochlorite. Well, why isn't it a hypochlorite? So I explained to him the difference between an oxychloride and a hypochlorite. And while I was doing this, it suddenly occurred to me that if you had a metal with a valence of 3 and you formed the oxychloride, and the same metal had a valence of 1, you formed the hypochlorite, you'd have isomers. I'd never thought about inorganic isomers before. But suddenly it occurred to me, gee, that could be fun.